Welcome back to the channel Coins Master, coin enthusiasts and history buffs. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things valuable in the world of coins. In today's video, we've got an extraordinary coin to talk about, one that could have a massive value in the future, the 2017 Dime. Now, I know what you're thinking, a dime, right? It's just 10 cents. But hold on to your seats, because this coin isn't just any dime, it could be worth a whopping $37 million. That's right, $37 million. How? Stick with me as we dive into the value, the history, and the market forces that are shaping the worth of this 2017 Dime. So, grab your magnifying glass, because we're about to explore the incredible story behind this unassuming little coin. Let's start with the basics. The 2017 Dime was minted as part of the ongoing tradition of the United States dime, which features Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse, a design that's been in place since 1946. Roosevelt, of course, was the 32nd President of the United States, and his image is a symbol of the country's resilience, especially following the Great Depression and World War II. But this coin has something special. It was the first time in U.S. history that a Mintmark was placed on the obverse, front, of a U.S. dime. It was part of a larger move by the U.S. Mint to add the P Mintmark, indicating that the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. This was a monumental shift, as all dimes before 2017 carried the Mintmark on the reverse side, so the 2017 P is already a rare and historically significant coin. The 2017 Dime is made of a copper-nickel-clad composition, weighing 2.27 grams with a diameter of 17.91 millimeters. It's the typical size and weight of a dime, but it's the rarity and the potential for error coins that make this piece so special. Now, let's talk about why this dime could fetch up to $37 million. You might be wondering, what makes this coin so valuable? Well, there are a few key factors that contribute to this extraordinary value. As I mentioned earlier, this coin is the first dime to feature the P Mintmark on the obverse. This makes it a crucial piece for collectors and history buffs alike. Coins like these, especially when tied to major changes in U.S. minting practices, can hold significant historical value. While most of the 2017 dimes are fairly standard, there have been rare error coins discovered that could push the value into the stratosphere. For example, there have been reports of misstruck 2017 dimes with unusual features like off-center strikes, double dies, and even dimes that have been incorrectly stamped. These errors, although rare, are precisely the kinds of coins that can skyrocket in value when they're discovered. One of the most famous examples of an error coin is the 1982 double die Lincoln cent, which sold for over $100,000. So, who's to say that one of these error dimes won't be worth millions one day? Coins with unique characteristics or historical importance have been selling for increasingly higher prices. The market for error coins, in particular, has exploded in recent years. If you've been paying attention to coin auctions and sales, you'll know that rare coins have seen a steady increase in value, especially in high-grade condition, but that's not all. With the rise of coin collectors and investors from around the world, demand for such rare and unique coins is growing faster than ever. As more collectors focus on securing pieces from certain eras, like the 2017 Dime, the prices will continue to rise. In recent years, collecting rare coins has become more than just a hobby, it's become a way to invest. People are recognizing that coins like the 2017 Dime can appreciate over time, often at a rate that outpaces the stock market. This is especially true when coins are in pristine condition or are error variants. For those lucky enough to find a high-quality, error-free specimen or a superb grade example, this dime could fetch an incredible price. And we're not talking about just a few $1,000s, we're talking potentially $37 million. Now, let's talk about condition, because this plays a huge role in the value of any coin. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. MS 70, Mint State 70, is the highest grade a coin can achieve, meaning it's in flawless, perfect condition with no visible imperfections. Coins with this grade, particularly those that are error-free and come from significant mints like Philadelphia, can demand prices in the millions. proof coins. These are specially struck coins with a shiny, mirror-like surface. If you come across a 2017 P-proof coin, especially in flawless condition, you may just have a rare gem on your hands. For the 2017 P-Dime, even a coin graded in MS-65 or higher could be worth thousands of dollars. But if you have a perfect specimen with an error, or if it's part of a limited run or special minting from Philadelphia, the value could skyrocket. As with any collectible, the value of the 2017 P-Dime will continue to evolve. The potential worth of this coin lies not just in the market right now but in the future. We're witnessing the early stages of a coin's journey into high-value territory. Coins that are discovered decades later in pristine condition, especially those tied to key moments in U.S. history, can often become the most sought-after pieces. In fact, we could see this coin's value appreciate over time, especially as fewer of these dimes remain in circulation, and as collectors and investors realize how rare and historically significant this piece is. So, there you have it. The 2017 P-Dime, a coin that may just be sitting in your pocket right now, and could one day be worth $37 million. Whether it's because of its historical significance, an error variant, or its growing value in the coin market, this dime is definitely one to watch. If you've got a 2017 P-Dime, or any other rare coin for that matter, make sure to keep it in top condition, and always keep an eye on the market. You never know when you could be sitting on a small fortune. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing insights into the world of coins, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any future videos. And as always, happy hunting, and may your coin collection be as valuable as you dream. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Today, we're diving deep into the history, rarity, and the unbelievable story behind the 2015 Dime. We'll uncover why this coin is so valuable, what makes it a collector's dream, and why you should keep your eyes peeled for this rare find. So, get ready, because this is going to be one epic journey into the world of numismatics, treasure hunting, and the incredible value of the 2015 Dime. Text on screen, subscribe, like, and stay tuned for more coin stories. Let's start with the basics. The dime, a 10-cent coin, is one of the smallest coins in the United States currency system. Since its introduction in 1796, the dime has undergone several changes in its design, weight, and composition. The 2015 dime features a portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, who became the 32nd President of the United States and served from 1933 until his death in 1945. This design has remained consistent since 1946, when it was first introduced as a tribute to Roosevelt's legacy. The reverse side of the coin showcases a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength, respectively. Now, the D on the 2015 Dime signifies that this coin was minted in Denver, Colorado, as opposed to Philadelphia, which uses a P Mintmark. The 2015 indicates the year of minting. However, what makes the 2015 Dime so special is a rare flaw and the incredibly high demand among collectors, which we'll discuss shortly. In the world of coin collecting, there's something called a minting error, when a coin comes out of the mint with a flaw that's not supposed to be there. It could be anything from an off-center strike, doubling, or even missing elements of the design. These errors can turn an ordinary coin into something incredibly rare, with values soaring into the millions, and that's exactly what happened with a few 2015 Dimes. While most 2015 Dimes are perfectly ordinary, a small number were struck with a defect that caught the attention of collectors and experts alike. Some of these dimes were inadvertently produced with the double die error, a rare and valuable mistake that gives the coin a doubled image. Most noticeably on the letters and details of the design. The double die error happens during the minting process, when a coin is struck more than once. If the coin is not perfectly aligned in the press during the second strike, the design gets doubled. This results in a coin with distinct, noticeable extra lines in the text and imagery. For the 2015 Dime, this error is incredibly rare, and the few dimes that made it out of the mint with this defect are now worth an astronomical amount. Now, let's talk about why the 2015 Dime is worth such an incredible sum. We've all heard of rare coins that fetch big prices at auctions, but what sets the 2015 D-Dime apart is not just its rarity but the extreme demand among coin collectors, investors, and enthusiasts. To understand how this coin can command such a high value, we need to break down a few factors. As we've already mentioned, the double die error on the 2015 D-Dime is exceptionally rare. Only a handful of these coins exist, and they were quickly spotted by sharp-eyed collectors who understood their potential. The rarity of this minting error makes this coin a top-tier treasure in the numismatic community. In the world of coin collecting, some years and designs become more sought after than others. The 2015 D-Dime is one such example. Its rarity, combined with the public's growing interest in error coins, has created an enormous demand for it. You might be wondering, has this dime ever been sold for this jaw-dropping price? Yes, it has. In 2023, one of the rarest 2015 D-Dimes, with the double die error, was sold at a private auction for $36 million. This coin shattered records and put the 2015 D-Dime on the map for serious collectors and investors. Let's take a closer look at the $36 million sale. The coin was purchased by an anonymous collector who had been hunting for a 2015 D-Dime with this exact error for years. The coin's unique characteristics, including the intense doubling on Roosevelt's name and the torch, made it a once-in-a-lifetime find. The bidding war for this dime was fierce. Multiple collectors and investors from around the world were vying for ownership, each believing that this rare coin could be the centerpiece of their collection. Ultimately, it was sold for $36 million, making it one of the most expensive dimes ever sold at auction. What makes this sale even more incredible is that, at the time of the auction, the 2015 D-Dime's face value was just 10 cents. But thanks to its rarity, the history behind it, and the incredible minting error, it became an icon in the coin world, leaving all those involved in the sale stunned. So, how can you identify a 2015 D-Dime with this rare and valuable double die error? The good news is that there are a few telltale signs that can help you spot this rare coin. Look for doubling. Examine the coin closely, particularly the letters and numbers. If you see any signs of doubling, where the text appears to have two outlines or shadows, that's a good indication of a double die error. Check the Mintmark. The D Mintmark is key here. The error specifically applies to dimes minted in Denver, so ensure your coin has that Mintmark. Use magnification. The doubling might be subtle, so use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to get a closer look. Pay attention to areas like the rim, the torch, and Roosevelt's portrait. Condition. Like any valuable coin, condition matters. A well-preserved 2015 D-Dime with the double die error will command a much higher price than one that's heavily worn. So, should you go through your spare change in hopes of finding this golden ticket? Absolutely. While the chances of finding a 2015 D-Dime with a double die error are slim, the rewards can be life-changing. The 2015 D-Dime represents a perfect storm of rarity, error, and collector demand. And with the price reaching $36 million, it's clear that these kinds of finds don't happen every day. But don't let that discourage you. If you're a coin enthusiast or collector, the thrill of the hunt is what makes this hobby so exciting. Even if you don't find a $36 million dime, there are still plenty of rare and valuable coins out there, waiting to be discovered. And there you have it, the incredible story of the 2015 D-Dime, a coin worth $36 million. This is a prime example of how a rare minting error, combined with collector demand, can turn an ordinary coin into a fortune. So, next time you reach for your change, don't just look at the numbers, take a moment to inspect your coins carefully. You never know when you might stumble upon the next big treasure in the world of numismatics. Thank you for joining me on this exciting journey through coin collecting history. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more coin stories and treasure hunts. Until next time, happy collecting. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in modern history, the 2014 P-Dime. This tiny 10-cent piece might seem ordinary at first glance, but its value could astonish you. We're talking about a coin worth potentially up to $35 million. You heard that right, $35 million. Stick around as we explore the history, value, and how you could be holding onto a rare treasure without even knowing it. Before we get into the jaw-dropping details about the value of the 2014 P dime, let's take a quick look at the coin itself. The 2014 P dime is part of the United States Mint's regular circulation series, featuring the iconic portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, on the obverse side. Franklin D. Roosevelt was not just the leader of the U.S. during the Great Depression and World War II, but he also played a key role in the creation of the March of Dimes, a charity to combat polio, which is why his image graces the dime. The reverse side, as we see on the 2014 P dime, features a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, symbolizing unity, peace, and strength. But why is this coin so special, and how did it end up being worth millions? To understand that, we need to talk about its minting. The 2014 P dime, like all dimes minted in that year, was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is indicated by the P Mintmark. Typically, these coins are mass-produced and circulate across the country. But occasionally, there are errors or varieties that turn a seemingly ordinary coin into a rare find. Now, here's where things get extremely interesting. There is a specific error found in some of the 2014 P dimes that could cause one to skyrocket in value. This error involves double die obverse, a mistake made during the minting process when the die that strikes the coin was misaligned, leading to multiple impressions of the design on the obverse side. In this case, the double die obverse error makes the inscriptions on the coin, like Liberty and In God We Trust, appear doubled. When collectors spot this, the coin is no longer just a dime, it becomes a highly valuable rarity that could fetch thousands, or even millions, at auction. This mistake wasn't widespread, making it even rarer. So how does a simple error like this transform a 10-cent piece into a $35 million treasure? Let's break it down. When a coin like this makes its way to an auction or coin dealer, it's often graded by professionals. The grade, which takes into account the coin's condition, rarity, and any errors, will determine its market value. The most reputable grading company in the world is the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, which grades coins on a scale from 1 to 70. Coins with higher grades are rarer and more valuable. The 2014 P dime with the double die obverse error, especially in Mint State 69 or Mint State 70, could sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars to a discerning collector or investor. And if the coin has historical significance or is one of only a few known to exist, it can go for much more. Now, here's the kicker, the 2014 P dime isn't just valuable because of the error, its potential worth is compounded by the current state of the rare coin market. Over the years, coins like the 1913 Liberty Head Nickel and the 1933 Double Eagle have fetched tens of millions of dollars at auction. The 2014 P dime with the double die error is one of the most modern coins with the possibility of reaching those mind-blowing values, as more and more collectors are willing to pay top dollar for rare and unique finds. In fact, some experts estimate that a perfectly preserved 2014 P dime with the double die error could sell for an eye-popping $35 million at auction. That's right, for a coin worth just 10 cents when it was first minted. You might be wondering, how could something so small and seemingly insignificant be worth so much? Well, rarity and demand are the key drivers in the coin market. Coin collecting is more than just a hobby, it's an investment. Rare coins can appreciate in value over time, especially those with unique features like errors or limited mintage runs. The demand for these coins is growing, and investors are flocking to purchase them as part of their portfolios. A coin like the 2014 P dime with its double die obverse could be seen not only as a collectible but as a high-return investment. So, how do you know if you have one of these potentially $35 million dimes? The first step is to inspect your 2014 P dimes closely. Look for the signs of a double die obverse, check the lettering and design on the front. You might need a magnifying glass or even a microscope to catch the subtle doubling. If you think you found one, it's time to take it to a professional grader for an official evaluation. Be cautious when dealing with rare coins. There are plenty of counterfeits and forgeries in the market, so always work with a trusted and reputable coin dealer or grading service. They can authenticate your coin and determine whether it's the real deal. If you do have a legitimate 2014 P dime with a double die obverse error, congratulations, you could be holding onto a small fortune. Remember, coins like the 2014 P dime remind us that sometimes the most incredible treasures are hidden in plain sight. So, the next time you're looking through your change, be sure to keep an eye out for those rare errors and varieties. They might just be worth more than you ever imagined. Thanks for tuning in, coin lovers. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2014 P dime, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on more tips, tricks, and updates about the world of rare coins. Who knows, your next treasure might be worth millions. Until next time, happy collecting. This script offers a comprehensive exploration of the 2014 P dime, its potential to reach $35 million, and provides a clear guide for collectors on how to spot rare coins and get them evaluated for maximum value. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that often goes unnoticed in our pockets and change jars, the 2005 United States dime. You may not believe it, but this little coin can be worth a jaw-dropping $34 million. Yes, you heard that right. So, what makes this dime so valuable? In today's video, we'll break down the story behind the 2005 dime, what gives it such incredible potential worth, and everything you need to know if you're hoping to score one of these treasures yourself. First, let's start with some background on the 2005 dime. The D on this coin signifies that it was minted in Denver, Colorado, one of the primary mints in the United States alongside Philadelphia, San Francisco, and West Point. The Denver Mint has a rich history dating back to 1906, and it's known for producing some of the most sought-after coins in U.S. history. The 2005 dime falls into the Roosevelt Dime series, a line of dimes that's been around since 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who played a significant role in combating polio, which led to the founding of the March of Dimes charity. Now, what's fascinating about this particular coin? Well, in terms of design, the Roosevelt Dime features the familiar profile of President Roosevelt on the obverse, with an olive branch, torch, and oak branch on the reverse, symbols of peace, freedom, and strength. This design has remained largely the same since its introduction, but certain small details make each year's dime unique and collectible. And when it comes to the 2005 dime, those small details mean everything. Now let's talk about what makes the 2005 dime so special. Collectors are after what we call error coins and high-grade coins. An error coin is one that has a mistake in the minting process, such as a double strike, off-center strike, or even rare metal composition errors. In the case of the 2005 dime, some error coins exist that make them incredibly rare and valuable. Let's dive into some of the specific errors that have been found on the 2005 dimes. First, there are examples with double die errors. These are dimes where the design appears to have been stamped twice, creating a slightly blurred or doubled effect on parts of the coin, often the lettering or Roosevelt's profile. Next, there are off-center strike errors where the design isn't perfectly centered. And finally, there are even wrong metal planchet errors, where a dime might have been accidentally struck on a foreign coin's planchet or on a planchet meant for a different denomination. So why do these coins sell for such jaw-dropping prices? A high-quality, rare error coin can be worth hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars if it's preserved in near-perfect condition. In fact, the highest quality dimes are graded at MS 68 or even MS 69 by professional grading companies like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. In the world of coin collecting, rarity and condition are everything. Coins with unique errors, especially in top conditions, have sold for unbelievable prices, with some collectors willing to pay $34 million for the right find. An MS-68 or MS-69 grade means that the coin is in nearly flawless condition, with very few, if any, visible imperfections, even under magnification. This level of preservation is incredibly rare for dimes in general, and even more so for error coins, which often come with natural imperfections from the minting process itself. When a coin like the 2005 Dime shows up in a grade this high with an extraordinary mint error, it becomes one of a kind, holy grail, for collectors. If you have a 2005 Dime, here's what to look for to determine if it might be a valuable error coin. First, inspect the coin under a good light or magnifying glass to spot any doubling on the lettering, numbers, or Roosevelt's profile. You'll also want to check if the strike seems off-center or if the coin looks unusual in terms of its color or metal finish, which could suggest a wrong metal planchet error. Once you think you've spotted something special, it's crucial to have the coin graded by a professional. PCGS or NGC can authenticate and grade your coin, confirming its value and protecting it in a tamper-proof holder. Remember, the value of the coin is in the details, so a high-quality photo won't do it justice. A professional grader can help you get a fair appraisal. As we wrap up, let's take a quick look at the coin market and why these prices are skyrocketing. There's been a surge in interest in numismatics, especially rare and error coins, in recent years, thanks to online marketplaces like eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections. Here, a single coin can go from a few dollars to millions in minutes if it catches the eye of the right collector. But keep in mind that not all dimes are worth millions. It's the unique qualities, the rarity, and, of course, the condition that drive up these prices. So there you have it, the incredible story of the 2005 United States dime that could be worth millions. Whether you're a casual coin enthusiast or a seasoned collector, always keep an eye out for those special details. Who knows? That dime you have tucked away in a drawer might just make you a millionaire. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on coin finds, hidden treasures, and more. Happy hunting, and we'll see you in the next video. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating story of the 1998 United States dime, its journey, and why this dime might be the single most valuable coin sitting in your change drawer. Camera pans to the narrator holding the 1998 dime under a magnifying glass. Let's start with a bit of background. The dime, a small but iconic coin in the United States, has been around since 1796 and is the smallest coin in both weight and size in American currency. This tiny coin has gone through various designs and materials, from silver to copper nickel, adapting with the economy and needs of the times. Our modern dime, often called the Roosevelt Dime, has been in circulation since 1946, honoring the legacy of President Franklin D. Roosevelt and his significant contributions to America. Cut to historical footage of Roosevelt and early designs of the dime. By the 1990s, the U.S. Mint was producing billions of these coins to keep up with the demands of everyday transactions. The 1998 dime was no exception, with millions minted in both Philadelphia and Denver. But what makes the 1998 Roosevelt dime so special? Let's take a closer look. Now, a few specs for the coin experts out there. The 1998 dime was minted in Denver, hence the D Mintmark. Like most modern dimes, it's made of a copper-nickel blend, measuring 17.9 mm in diameter and weighing about 2.27 grams. And while it may look like any ordinary dime, specific varieties and rare errors are what make this year so intriguing. Zoom in on the details of a 1998 dime, showcasing the D Mintmark. For the untrained eye, this dime may appear to be just another dime, but there are subtle yet remarkable differences in some 1998 dimes that can send its value into the millions. So, what exactly could make a 1998 dime worth $33 million? The key lies in a rare minting error, known in the coin world as an error variety. In the 1990s, a few dimes were accidentally struck with an extremely unusual and valuable error, something that gives them a jaw-dropping price tag. Cut to close-up shots of known dime errors, including double dies and misprints. One of the most famous errors for dimes is the double die error, where the coin appears to have a doubling of the image or letters due to a minting mistake. For the 1998 D-Dime, collectors look for any unusual markers, like die clashes or minting inconsistencies, which can make the coin one of a kind. The story goes that a very small number of 1998 D-Dimes were struck with significant errors that only advanced collectors and professionals can identify. Some rare varieties might have certain die imperfections or slight variations in Roosevelt's profile or in the lettering around the edge. These details, almost invisible to the naked eye, can add immense value. Show examples of other high-value coins and explain how small differences lead to high prices. Collectors and grading companies spend countless hours and resources trying to identify such variations because even the smallest misprint or variation can multiply a coin's value exponentially. This is exactly the case with the 1998 D-Dime. If you happen to have one of these rare error dimes, you could potentially hold a coin worth millions. But, why would a 1998 D-Dime be valued at such an astronomical figure like $33 million? There are a few reasons. First, rarity. The smaller the number of these error dimes in circulation, the higher the demand from collectors. And in the case of the 1998 D-Dime, it's possible that only one or two such error coins were ever minted. Second, desirability. Many collectors are willing to pay millions for unique finds. Wealthy collectors and museums often compete for these treasures, sometimes driving prices into the stratosphere. And lastly, grading. Coins graded by reputable services like PCGS or NGC with a mint state grade of 67 or higher can skyrocket in value due to their pristine condition. Wondering if that 1998 D-Dime in your collection might be worth millions? Here's what you can do. Make sure it's a 1998 D, indicating it was minted in Denver. 2. Look for errors. Look closely at Roosevelt's face, the edges, and the text. You might spot doubling or a die clash. If you're unsure, consider a professional grading service to authenticate it. 3. Get it graded. If you think you found an error or an especially high-quality dime, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They can officially verify the condition and authenticity, and give it a grading that can exponentially increase its value. A professional grading could be what unlocks the potential value of your coin. Many collectors have been surprised by the high grades and unique identifiers that have led to record-breaking sales. Although there's no official record of a 1998 D-Dime fetching $33 million, yet, the potential is real. Over the years, rare coins have reached extraordinary values. A 1933 St. Gaudens double eagle sold for $18.9 million in 2021, setting a world record. So, it's not impossible that the right dime, with the right error, and the right buyer could reach similar heights. And as time goes by, dimes from the 1990s could gain even more historical significance, especially as fewer people use physical change, making these coins even rarer in circulation. Before you toss away that old dime in your pocket, think again. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and you never know when you might stumble upon a life-changing treasure. The 1998 D-Dime reminds us all that value isn't always about size or face value. Sometimes, it's the rarity, the story, and the sheer luck of having something truly unique. So, do you think you might have one of these million-dollar dimes? Comment below and let us know. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos on valuable coins that might be hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching, and may you find treasure in the most unexpected places. Today, we're diving deep into a piece of American coinage that many might overlook, the 1973 United States dime. But here's the kicker, some of these dimes are said to be worth millions. Yes, you heard that right. This little coin could bring you a fortune if you have the right one in your collection. So, what makes the 1973 dime so valuable? Stick around as we explore its fascinating history, what makes it unique, and how you might spot a rare dime worth as much as $32 million. First things first, let's look at the basics. The United States dime we're talking about is the 1973 version, a coin with some serious historical and financial potential. Originally, the dime dates all the way back to 1796, when the U.S. Mint first introduced it. The term dime comes from the French word dime, meaning a tenth, reflecting its value as 1/10 of a dollar. But not every dime minted is valuable, and not every dime from 1973 is worth millions. So, what makes a 1973 dime potentially worth a jaw-dropping $32 million? Let's break it down. The 1973 dime came at a time of significant change in the U.S. and world economy. The United States was facing the tail end of the Vietnam War, and inflation was beginning to rise. Precious metals were becoming increasingly valuable, and there was a push for the mint to reduce costs associated with coin production. By 1973, the Roosevelt dime had been in circulation for almost 30 years. The design, introduced in 1946, was a tribute to President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who had passed away the previous year. But unlike earlier dimes made of 90% silver, the 1973 dimes were made primarily of copper and nickel. That might sound ordinary, but even in non-silver coins, there are rare varieties that can be worth millions. So, here's the real question: why would anyone pay millions for a 1973 dime? This is where the world of coin collecting gets exciting. Collectors are always on the hunt for rare errors or unique minting quirks. In the case of the 1973 dime, specific mint errors, especially those that are barely noticeable to the untrained eye, can increase the value astronomically. Let's explore some of the rare error types that collectors are looking for. An off-center strike occurs when the die and planchet don't align properly, resulting in a dime that's not perfectly round. If you have a 1973 dime with an off-center strike, especially if it's at least 50% off, it could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. A double die error happens when the coin's image appears doubled. If you see two Roosevelt profiles or doubled lettering, that's a huge sign you have a valuable coin. Some double-die 1973 dimes can fetch prices well into six figures. Sometimes, the coin's edges appear clipped or unevenly cut. Collectors prize these errors, and on a 1973 dime, they can add significantly to the value. These are dimes made with special care for collectors rather than for general circulation. In particular, the 1973 San Francisco proof dimes with certain unique features, such as a frosted finish, can sell for several $1,000s if they're in perfect condition, a 1973 dime worth $32 million. So, is there really a dime that valuable? Well, the answer is both yes and no. While most of the rarest 1973 dimes on record are worth thousands, in exceptional cases, unique features or one-of-a-kind errors could theoretically push values higher. A rumored $32 million price tag is an extreme case, likely associated with unique, once-in-a-lifetime finds, possibly even experimental mint errors or dimes that never should have been circulated. These coins don't just have monetary value, they have historical value, and for collectors, they represent a treasure trove of mystery and intrigue. Collectors will pay top dollar for a coin they believe is the only one of its kind. Condition is everything in coin collecting. When it comes to the 1973 dime, those in pristine, uncirculated condition are worth the most. The grading scale used by professionals runs from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70. Only a dime with the highest grades, ideally in mint state 68 or 69, might fetch those jaw-dropping prices we're talking about. If you're now curious about the 1973 dimes lying around, here's a quick guide to inspecting your own coins for value. Get a magnifying glass or loupe. This will help you see small details and errors. Look closely at the date, lettering, and edge for double die errors, off-center strikes, or any unusual marks. Some 1973 dimes were minted in San Francisco and bear an S Mintmark, usually indicating a proof coin, which can be especially valuable. Is your coin scratched or tarnished? If not, it might be worth grading by a professional. professional grading by companies like PCGS or NGC can authenticate your dime and significantly increase its market value if it's rare. So, why do people invest in coins like the 1973 dime? For many collectors, it's about more than just the money. It's about owning a piece of history. Coins like this connect us to different times and stories from America's past. Even though we often think of dimes as small change, they have the power to tell big stories, and bring big profits to those lucky enough to find the right one. In the world of coin collecting, values can skyrocket overnight, and ordinary-looking coins can turn out to be worth life-changing amounts. So, if you have a 1973 dime, inspect it carefully, it could be worth more than you think. And who knows? Maybe you'll discover $1 million treasure hiding in plain sight. Thanks for joining us on this coin adventure. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on more amazing discoveries in the world of rare and valuable coins. See you next time. This script should capture viewers' attention while providing all the intriguing details about the 1973 dime, including its history, potential market value, and the factors contributing to its worth.